everyone. Welcome on board to English with Mrs. Singh. Today, we are exploring adverbs. What are adverbs? An adverb is a word used to modify or describe a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. For example, I will eat later. The adverb later modifies the verb eat. The place was strangely quiet. The adverb strangely modifies the adjective quiet. He is almost always busy. The adverb almost modifies the adverb always. An adverb answers the following questions: how, when, where, to what extent, and why. Types of adverbs. Today, we are looking at 6 different types of adverbs. Let us look at adverb of time. Some examples are already, ago, before, yet, never, yesterday, soon, and lately. One example of adverb of time include I have heard this before. Before is an adverb of time because it tells when. Adverb of frequency. Examples: always, usually, normally, often, sometimes, occasionally, once. An example include it's always cold in this room. Always is an adverb of frequency because it tells how often. Now, let us look at adverb of place. Examples: here, everywhere, near, nearby, down, away, backwards, upwards. An example of adverb of place include I've lived here for about 2 years. Here is an adverb of place because it tells where. Now we are on to adverb of manner. For example, slow, badly, beautifully, delightfully, loudly, so. An example include she dresses beautifully. Beautifully is an adverb of manner because it tells how she dresses. Now we move on to adverb of degree. For example, almost, fully, rather, quite, to, enough, perfectly. An example include I am fully prepared. Fully is an adverb of degree as it tells to what extent the person is prepared. Now we move on to adverb of affirmation or negation. Examples are certainly, surely, apparently, obviously, no, undoubtedly. An example of affirmation is surely you are mistaken. Surely is an adverb of affirmation as it is answering yes to the statement. For adverb of negation, I will not be there. Not is an adverb of negation as it is saying no to the statement. Now, take 2 steps with me as we go to some other adverbs examples. Let us look at adverbs of time. Adverbs of time answer the question when. So, it tells us when an action happened. Let us look at some other examples of adverb of time. Always, already, annually, before, constantly, daily, early, immediately, infrequently, just, last, late, later, lately, rarely, regularly, recently, seldom, sometimes, since, and soon. Make note of these additional examples of adverbs of time. Now, walk a little further with me and let's go over to adverbs of place. Adverbs of place describe where something happens. Most adverbs of place are also used as preposition. Some commonly used examples include the following. I wanted to go upstairs. In this sentence, upstairs is an example of adverbs of place. Other examples of adverbs of place include outside, somewhere, there, underground, upstairs, abroad, anywhere, downstairs, here, home, in, nowhere, and out. Run right along as we go over to adverbs of manner. Now, adverbs of manner normally end with ly. These adverbs can either be positive or negative, or in some cases, both positive and negative. Let's look at some examples of adverbs in the positive manner. Beautifully, boldly, bravely, generously, gently, and justly. Now, adverbs in the negative manner include angrily, anxiously, blindly, carelessly, poorly, and recklessly. Adverbs that can be either negative or positive include accidentally, busily, daringly, reluctantly, repeatedly, rightfully, and sharply. Skip right along as we move over to adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree tell us the strength and intensity of something that happens. Many adverbs are gradable, that is, we can intensify them. Basically, they answer the sort of question that asks how much or how little. For example, they're tired. However, to intensify this sentence, we say they're extremely tired. Or another sentence, we played badly. To intensify this, we say we played very badly. Or that idea is stupid. To intensify this, we say that idea is completely stupid. Let us now look at some additional words for adverbs of degree. These words have been separated into 3 different groups. First group, those words that are expressing very strong feelings. The second group, words that are expressing strong feelings. And the third group, words that are expressing somewhat doubtful feelings. Let us go to those words that are expressing very strong feelings. The examples are extremely, terribly, amazingly, wonderfully, and insanely. Words that are expressing strong feelings include especially, particularly, uncommonly, unusually, remarkably, and quite. Words that are expressing somewhat doubtful feelings include pretty, rather, fairly, not especially, not particularly. Let's look at a few sentences using these words. The movie was amazingly interesting. She sang wonderfully well. The lecture was terribly boring. The movie was particularly interesting. She sang unusually well. The lecture was quite boring. The movie was fairly interesting. She sang pretty well. The lecture was rather boring. Let's fly over to adverbs of frequency. Now, adverb of frequency answers the question, how often? Here are some examples. If you look carefully to the sides, you will see that some percentages are there. These are giving the frequency level of each word. So let us look at the word always. She always goes to the nightclub to dance. This is telling us that she goes there 100% of the time. She doesn't go there sometimes. She goes there always. 100% frequency. Okay, number 2, usually. Usually is telling us that this is something she does regularly. She doesn't do it 100% of the time, but this is something that she does most of the time. So the frequency level is at 90%. Now, let us take a look at the sentence. They usually quarrel. This is telling us that they quarrel most of the times. Not 100% of the times, but 90% of the times. Number 3, normally. I normally go to the gym, which means 80% of the time I am at the gym. Often. They often go out for dinner. 70% of the time they go out for dinner. It is not always, but on a regular basis. Sometimes. I sometimes go with my husband. Occasionally. I occasionally eat junk food. Seldom. I seldom read the newspaper. Hardly ever. I hardly ever drink alcohol. Never. I never go to the cinema. I don't like it. Next, adverbs of affirmation and negation. Adverb of affirmation describe a vehement emphasis or conformity of an answer. This kind of adverb usually placed at the beginning of sentence or post subject. Adverb of affirmation, also known as adverb of certainty. Example: really, actually, doubles, surely, absolutely. Now, let us look at some examples. Adverbs of affirmation. Make a verb more strongly positive. For example, yes, we love that game. You certainly did well on that test. Sarah obviously knew the answer to the question. You did well indeed. Let's take a look at adverbs of negation. Adverb of negation is used to express rejection. For example, never, nay, not. Let us look at a sentence example. Will you come with me or not? Not in this sentence shows the uncertainty of the individual. Let us take a deeper look at adverbs of negation. Never and not tell that the action will not happen or that the state of being is not present. For example, it was not his fault. I have never met him. Isn't that a beautiful painting? Susan would never quit her job. The play didn't start on time. As we can see here, adverbs of negation are leaning toward the negative side as they are saying no. Let us now have a brief recap. Today, we looked at the definition for adverbs and concluded that an adverb is a word that modifies or describes verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. We also looked at the different types of adverbs, which are adverb of time, place, manner, degree, and frequency. We also looked at what each type of adverb represented, and we gathered that adverb of time answers the question when, adverb of place where, adverb of manner how, adverb of degree to what extent, adverb of frequency how often, and adverb of affirmation and negation yes or no. We have come to the end of another beautiful lesson. I hope you learned something new about adverbs. If you did, please give this video a big thumb up. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, I would love it if you would follow me on Instagram at naturally_Terry and on Facebook at naturally_Terry. Thank you so much for making it English with Mrs. Singh.